Today's lesson is a review of what we've done so far. We're going to add, subtract, multiply, and divide numbers. And we're also going to review writing those large numbers. So we're going to begin with number 1A. It's addition. Letter B is division. C, subtraction. D is another division. So I need some brave volunteers. I'm going to clear, I want you to use this board so that we can get it on our video for, you want to volunteer for something you know you're pretty good at, and then we'll practice on the ones that you're not as good at, okay? So, Mason, which one do you think you can do?
What are the divisions?
Choose, B or D.
B.
B? Okay, hold on, let me sign the others. So Mason has B. Sophia?
The subtraction.
All right, you have C. All right, somebody for A or D? Emma? A. Jackson, D. And you'll use this board to practice that. And as soon as Abby gets back, we're going to practice the large numbers. Remember which letter you're doing and make sure you include it when you write it up here on the board so that everybody knows what one you did. Don't forget your masks, please. When we're at the board, we need to wear our masks. All right, we'll need to scoot just a little bit more. Emma, you can come all the way over to here, baby. You're just the longest one. I should probably give you a long spot. B is correct. Good job, Mason. Perfect, Jackson. D is correct.
I honestly have my doubts.
You were just perfect. I like how you lined everything up neatly on the board. That's hard to do. I'm impressed. Good job. C is correct. Thank you so much, Sophia. Good job. Abby, we're on page 11. And A is correct. Good job, Emma. Good work. All right, if you are at your desk and you did not get one of the first set, you will be getting one from the second set. That'd be E through H. Okay. So, Sophia Setliff, BJ, and Abby. Raise your hand for which one you would like to do on E through H. Sophia Setliff?
Can I do F?
Yes, you may. So go on up to the board and start. F, BJ?
H.
H? All right, we got H. Abby, choose E or G. Pardon? Out of those two, G is the hardest. You wanna try G? Okay. We're gonna skip that easy F one. I mean E one, sorry, F's not easy. It's two place. All right, so on F and G, remember you have two-place multiplication. And I know it's gonna be more difficult to find a spot to do your problem, but I think we have plenty of room. Don't forget to put the number or the letter you are completing beside your problem. F is correct. Good job. BJ, which times table are you going to use for your compatible numbers? You're going to divide using which timetables? The sevens. Good. So how many sevens could you fit into 50? That was right so far, Abby.
I know, but
Okay. All right. BJ, do you know 7 times 5?
Yeah.
What is it? Any of the 7 facts that you just know?
35.
35. Good. Okay, so 7 times 6. We're going to take 35 and add 7 more. 36, 37, 38, 39, 42. Right? Because we were counting up 7 more. Okay, so 35, add 7 more is 42. Are you close enough? 42. Let's see. Let's see if we can fit another 7 in there. So if I stop at 42 here and add 7 more for another 7, what would I get? $49. Good. Is that close to 50 without going over? Then that's what I want to use. And that was 7 times. Ooh, nothing goes there. 7 can't go into 5. Stop, stop, stop. Okay. You can put the 49 there. Yes. But on the top, I mean. Nothing goes over that 5. No, stop. Remember, nothing goes over that 5 because 7 can't go into 5, right? The 49 is okay. Stop. Oh. Okay. You're losing track. Okay, can 7 go into 5? No. So nothing goes here. And I don't put a 0 at the beginning. Do you remember that? Okay, you just figured out how many 7s you can fit into 50. How many was it? 49 was the answer. How many? 49 was the answer. So how many 7s was that? How many did it take to get to 49? 7. So 7 goes over the 0. Good. Now you multiply. Second step. If you ever lose track, you can go back up here. 7 times 7 is the 49. And that goes under your 50. Good. Make sure you line it up. Subtract is your next step.
Is this
You did G, right? Good job. G is correct, folks. Well, you gotta do the ones place first. Well, this would be acting like your ones place. So how much is 0 minus 9? Can't do it. 0 can't take away 9.
No.
So we're gonna borrow it from 5. And where is this that you took away from 5 is gonna go where?
How did you do?
At 0. So now that's 10. Okay, so what's 10 minus 9?
1.
Good. And then that became 4. So that's 0. So now bring down your next number. 4. Bring it beside the 1. Remember, you're going to drop it down to that line. Okay? All right, now you brought down your whole division house. So what's 7 into 14? I can fit 4 7s into 14. 4 7s is 28, so that's too much. 2 7s. So where does that 2 go? Answer, yes, the answer. No, the answer. This is your answer. Okay, now, okay, you just did step 2, right? Now you're ready for step 3, which tells you to multiply that 2 times that 7. Good. Where does the 14 go? Yes. And subtract. Good. And you don't have anything else to bring down. H is correct. Any questions about those 7? All right, look on the back of that page at number 2. Number 2 on the back. Even if you weren't done writing down what was up here at the board, or checking what you had done up here at the board, skip ahead to number 2. Okay, it says write the number for each. Number 3 says solve these story problems. We're going to do these together, and then I'm going to give you time to work on the page individually so I can come desk to desk and help you if you need help, okay? So number 3A, Noah bought 6 donuts for $3.60. At that rate, what would 1 donut cost? So what am I going to do to find that out? Abby? Divide. Please don't talk out. Raise your hand, okay? So we're going to divide what, Abby?
You're going to divide the 6 and 360.
Good. So I'm going to make a division $3.60 is inside the house. My divisor is 6. So first thing I want to do is put my dollar sign and decimal point in my answer quotient. The answer is always the top in division. It's kind of backwards, isn't it? Can 6 go into 3? No. So nothing goes over that 3. Can 6 go into 36?
Yeah.
How many times?
6.
6 times. 6 times 6 is 36. And look, I'm not going to put another decimal in there. I don't need to worry about that except for my answer. So I'm just ignoring it. I will use that at the answer only. In any division problem with a decimal, it'll be the same way. You will only use the decimal in the answer. You don't have to carry it around as you do the problem. So when I subtract, I get 0. I bring down. Remember, when I drop that digit down, I'm dropping it down to this line, so everything should line up. And how many 6s can I fit into 0? 0. Is it important for me to put that 0?
Yeah.
Yes, it is. I do have to put it there. 0 times 6 is 0. Nothing left over, nothing left to bring down. So how much is 1 donut?
60 cents.
60 cents. It's really not too bad for a donut. If you go to the beach and go to one of those donut places like either Duck Donuts or Fractured Prune or one of those, you're paying over $1 a donut. Dunkin' Donuts is probably about that price. Maybe a little bit more now. Okay, take a look at B. Ryan bought 9 bags of marbles. Each bag contains 17 marbles. So how many marbles did he buy? What operation would I use? Raise your hand if you know. Abby? You times it. Good. You multiply. Good. Excuse me. All right. We're going to make this one an equation. So what am I going to multiply? Abby? Good. The way it is written in the problem, I have 9 sets of marbles, right? So the way I want to write it, if I'm writing an equation, I have 9 sets of 17. 17 marbles in each set. So I need to remember when I'm communicating mathematics that I have to put things in the right order. Now, I know with multiplication it doesn't matter if I reverse my factors. I'm just going to get the same answer even if I had put 17 times 9. But if I'm communicating the idea that's written in the story problem, I want to do it in this order. So now, when I work the problem, I am going to do 17 times 9. Because it's easier to multiply that way than it is to say 9 times 17, isn't it? So, when I multiply, what is the 9 times the 7?
63
And the 9 times 1 plus 6?
is 15.
So what am I going to write in my answer?
153 marbles.
Ooh, good, Sophia. 153 marbles. Because I have to label it. And now I've made an equation to go with the problem. Any questions on that one? All right, look at C. The school store sold 49 pencils, 13 packs of paper, 3 rulers, 7 bottles of glue, 21 boxes of crayons this morning. How many items were sold in all? What would I do to solve that one? Mason? Good. I'm adding. All right, let's try to make that into an equation. Remember, equations are sentences, so they're written horizontally. What would I put?
49 plus 13 plus 3 plus 7 plus 21.
Did I write that correctly and in the right order?
Mhm.
Okay, in this case, I'm communicating the order of the items as well. So I have to be really careful when I solve this because I have 2 single-digit numbers and 3 two-digit numbers. So I have to make sure I keep my ones places in order in my head and then my tens places. Jackson,
I know what the answer is.
what is it?
93.
93 what?
93 items.
Items, good.
I did that all in my head. It was really hard.
All right,
I
how does
just
he choose the word to use on his label? Sophia?
It says it in the story problem, like what to put on it.
Good. I'm gonna refer to the question in most cases. And that should tell me, sometimes it doesn't, especially in a money problem or sometimes in a measurement problem. But usually it will tell me in the question what my label is gonna be. All right, look at D. The temperature at 7 a.m. was 69 degrees Fahrenheit. That's warmer than it was today. Today I think it was 57 or 58 when I left the house. The temperature had risen 23 degrees Fahrenheit by 2 p.m. So what was the temperature at 2 p.m.? Sophia Setlick, what would I do for this one?
Ooh, I know.
I think you would either add it or multiply it.
All right, which one do you think? If the temperature started here and then it rose 23 degrees, what would I do? If you think about a thermometer, when I'm talking about the temperature rising or falling, rising means I'm going to do one thing and falling means I'm going to do the other.
Add it.
Add if it rises. Good, very good. So what would we write if I'm going to try to put it in an equation?
You would put 69 plus 23.
Good. I'm going to write the wrong thing down. 69, right?
Mm-hmm.
And when I show this in my sentence, I'm saying it started here and it raised this much. So what's that answer, Mason?
92.
92
I know.
Fahrenheit.
degrees Fahrenheit. So my degree symbol is that little bitty round thing raised up to the top of my 2 or the top of my last digit, and then the capital F for Fahrenheit. Because we're going to be working with both Fahrenheit and Celsius this year, both in math and in science, so we need to clarify which temperature gauge we're using. Jackson?
My answer was 22 degrees Fahrenheit. But after the capital F, I put at 2 p.m.
Oh, you added that, so that's very distinct, isn't it? Nobody could misrepresent or misinterpret what you've written here. Okay, I think you can finish the rest of the page on your own. Raise your hand if you need help.